Hello. Well, today I had a little epiphany of sorts for myself. Um, I I woke up and had a really nice, lovely morning. I saw 3 rainbows. That was so exciting. and um, and then I was kind of getting ready for my day, and I was feeling really, really tired. Um, And so I went to make myself a third cup of coffee. And as I was doing it, I, I noticed this. And I noticed that, I've been going through like quite a bit of anxiety, well, mostly like last weekend. Um, so I've done a lot of meditation and, coming back to my center and, doing things that promote regulation, nervous system regulation. And I was there and I was feeling grateful for life, seeing the rainbows, but I did not like that I was tired and I had all kinds of things I wanted to do, and it was just really funny that that instead of listening to my body and accepting what was happening, I was really forcing. I was feeling guilt and this need to be productive, and um, you know, the obligation of what I'm trying to create in my life and trying to build in my life. So I have all kinds of things on the go. And I was feeling tired and brain fog, and I'm like, this won't do. I must have coffee. and, and that's not like a bad thing. But given that I've gone through so much anxiety and have put in all the work to regulate my nervous system and be in a state of joy and gratitude, then to start, guilting myself and putting this pressure on myself to perform. It was, it was funny. It was a moment of, lights going on. And so I gave myself permission to rest, and I did. And I still got things done, but in like a slow and just mindful way, and what felt good. And I'm very blessed and grateful that I have the flexibility in my life right now to do that, to listen to my body. And that it was an amazing day in that regard. So now I'm up and I probably sound, I don't know, nasally and whatever, because I was kind of napping. Um, and in my nap, as I was coming back to, I suppose, I was thinking about the rainbows that I saw, and then my logical brain was like, I mean, sure, they're signs, but they're also just the natural reflection of, the sun on the water molecules in the air. And I love that. First of all, I love that I see the miracle in that, but also I had the thought, well, we're 70% water, and so we are made up of rainbows. And I loved that thought. The light's reflecting. Our own light is shining and reflecting rainbows. Rainbows of color to someone, somewhere. Someone can see it. We can see it if we try. So that was my learning of today, and what I wanted to share is that we can rest, and maybe there's definitely times in life where we don't, that's not much of an option. And so in that, we also can hold space for ourselves within that context and basically choose to show up in our light and our joy in that. I'm going to go off and do some productive stuff right now that that is part of my responsibility of being human. And sure, I'd love to watch a movie and have a nap and go to bed early, and probably go to bed right now if I could. But I'm not going to. I'm going to show up in my life, and I'm going to enjoy it. I'm going to have fun and share some of that with whoever I come in contact with today. I'm going to see them as the little rainbows that they are. Also, what is wild that I was thinking about, just remembering, is just how crazy it is that we're just living in a reality of our own creation, like just so literally. If you know anything about physics and quantum physics, which I know just enough to barely have this conversation, but I know that all of matter is basically space, and then electrons and neutrons and protons. It's a neutron, and then the electrons and the protons go around. Anyways, they're all held together and attracted to each other just through energy. So we are just primarily energy. The other thing is those little particles, they blink in and out of existence, or like measurable, what we can basically measure. So we're like not even in existence half the time, which is wild. And then also there's those studies that were done with little, I think they're electrons, I don't know, but they split them apart from their molecular origin. I don't know. Some took them like 1,000 kilometers apart or something. But anyways, they agitated one of them, and the other one would agitate simultaneously, or like beforehand or something like that. And then also when they do experiments on how they behave when there's no observation, they behave differently than when there's observation of these little particles. Okay, that's a terrible explanation of that. But if you know what I'm talking about, you know what I'm talking about. It's just wild. It's just wild that we are here on Earth. Most of the matter is blinking in and out of existence at all times, and it is so not solid when you look at it under my super microscope or whatever. That's just, who are we? We know who we are. We're light. We are the universe experiencing itself in this 3D world that we get to live in. And we chose to come here and to experience it in all of its glory. Pain, joy, tears, laughter, all of it. So, just wow. Just wow. All right, my little rainbows of light. Choose to see yourself for how beautiful you truly are today, okay? And remember that I love you. Your beautiful inside note. And I'll talk to you tomorrow. Okay. Get some rest if you need some rest. Give yourself permission, my friend. Feels good. All right. Peace out.